Ooh, we need to have a little talk, marketing friends. Yes, the funnel has changed. Sure, the world of zero clicks and the end of traffic, it is here, but that doesn't mean that all traffic is dead or all websites are useless or all conversions will cease. That's not what's happening. Let's go back in time. I'm going to use this example of French florists. They do really lovely, beautiful customized flower deliveries, work with a bunch of high quality local florists. And I don't actually know whether they delivered to Ohio in 2012, but that's the example I'm going to use. So back then, Google was sending them maybe 10,000 searches each day. And social networks were sending another 3,000. Because remember, you used to be able to get traffic from social networks. And no one was getting answers from AI. If they wanted to figure out, what to send their mom for Mother's Day, they had to go to the website. They had to browse around and look around and get inspired by things that happened on the site. But in 2025, 13 years later, that's not how it works, right? People are going to Google and saying, does French florist deliver to Ohio? What? I don't have to go to the site and click around the contact and about and delivery details. I just like asking Google. And I don't have to go and get inspired by ideas on their website. I follow them on Instagram. They have like 10,000 followers on Instagram, right? Who see their posts. And so they're like, ooh, I like this particular flower set. Lots of views, no traffic. They go to ChatGPT and they say, hey, what are the best flower options for my mom who's in her 60s? She likes mid-century design and she likes simple decor. Boom. There you go, right? You get the answers. You don't have to go and visit until it is time to actually transact. And then you still go to the website. This is why it is still important to have the website itself, which informs the social content and the content that search engines put up and the content that AI tools give as answers. But don't think that you're not going to get the conversions just because the marketing is happening in these other places. Back in 2012, sure, 1 million people per day were looking for info about that niche. And maybe the website was getting 15,000 visits and they were making 400 sales. And in 2025, the funnel has changed. There's still those same 1 million people, probably even more because the economy's grown, looking for info about your niche, but your website is getting far less traffic because people don't need to go to your site to solve all their problems. Google and ChatGPT and all the social networks, they are solving those problems on the platform without sending a click, without you getting a single visitor. And so you're still making 400 sales a day because when they get those answers in those places, people still come to you, right? That's where they're going to transact. And so the big differences, two big differences. One, optimizing for traffic is straight up dumb. It's just a bad idea. It doesn't make sense. And number two, the way to improve is not to get more visits to the website, which was the way that we sort of pounded on things in 2012. The way to improve is to improve your marketing and the experiences people have off of your website. So if I see a search like what are the best options for high quality flower deliveries in Ohio, I want to change that search. I want to get more people searching for my brand, right? Not just asking generic questions. I'm trying to influence the searches. I want to show up in this Reddit thread, or I want the Reddit threads that say nice things about me to be the ones that show up there, which again is a different kind of SEO than getting traffic to my own site. And I want Google to include my brand in these people also ask results or whatever is showing up on the search results. I want these social networks to have my content so that people are getting inspired and they are getting brand impressions from me in the social media results, right? I want to be in these places. I want to be at the top of Instagram with all the likes. I want to be in the Pinterest results with a bunch of pins where people, when they click on those, are coming to my site, right? And I want to be in the LLM answers. Step one is figuring out which of these platforms you actually care about and have to care about, right? So Reddit, as we noted, is in here. Pinterest is quite high. You can see ChatGPT is in there. These make sense. This is for searchers of florists in Ohio. And step two is actually be present in the places they pay attention. The right subreddits, the right threads, the right websites and web pages, the right social accounts on the networks mentioning and talking about your brand. This is zero-click marketing, people. It's not zero marketing.